Thank you for being here. Lots of Bureau of Reclamation issues in my district back in Oregon, the Klamath being one of them. And I know that you were, or the agency was recently sued by various folks that are unhappy with the approach the agency is taking when it comes to stored water in Klamath Lake. And so I'm just curious at this particular point where that lawsuit is and what the agency's thought is about, if you can comment, where that litigation might go.
As I'm sure you understand, I can't comment directly on the status of litigation. That's the Justice Department's call. I will make the observation that, as you know better than I do, the Klamath system is very complex. There are lots of different stakeholder groups. There are lots of different structures. There are multiple Indian tribes for which the department has a trust responsibility, and we've got endangered species in the mix as well. This last year, nature was kind to us, and there was ample water in the Klamath system. In the coming year, it looks like nature is being much stingier. So there are going to be a lot of people who are a lot unhappier this coming year than they were in the last year. We're constantly in touch with the stakeholders in the Klamath Basin, and I'm pleased, for instance, that with salmon having found themselves in places where they haven't been for many years, our colleagues in the National Marine Fisheries Service have been able to make sure there's no regulatory impact under the ESA if salmon stray into places where they haven't been for an extended period of time. So we're doing what we can to work with all the stakeholders to forge a path forward, but ultimately we're at the mercy of Mother Nature.
Thank you for that attention and concern. It's a super important part of my district. Let's talk about title transfer for just a moment. The Klamath Irrigation District has been asking for years for assistance in that space. I understand the complexities of it. My understanding now is that the department is trying to determine how much is owed by that particular irrigation district. I just would encourage whatever you can do to advance that. I would hope you do. Those folks are terrifically interested in this. I want to shift to one other thing, but before I go, I just want to mention, Ranking Member Huffman mentioned something about a NEPA being amended many times, and that would be incorrect. It's been amended twice in the last 30 years. He may have been talking about agency changes because the agencies change approach to NEPA all the time. But when it comes to Congress actually weighing in on NEPA twice in the last 30 years. So I just want to call that out. It's a tough challenge to try to reel in the overreach that's occurred under that particular statute. Let me just shift to Canadian water for a moment. I know we're renegotiating the Canadian treaty, but there is immense amounts of storage available in Canada, which is kind of the focus of those discussions. And I would hope that the Bureau is involved in some way in trying to figure out how to use that enormous amount of storage to the benefit of the uses of water by the Bureau in the United States. This is a tough issue. State Department is pretty much involved in it. Are you involved in those discussions?
The Bureau of Reclamation and my boss, the Assistant Secretary for Water and Science, are both involved in those discussions. You know, as you've observed, the State Department has a role, Army Corps of Engineers has a role, Bureau of Reclamation has a role. So, and I know one of the two primary issues are flood control and power. So those are among the critical things that are on the negotiating table. So yes, we're very much involved and paying close attention as things evolve up there.
My last point has to do with a biomass bill that we brought the last 2 weeks ago. And it's an extraordinarily important bill for many, many reasons, has bipartisan support. But it focuses on how to generate additional money to remove unneeded fuel from forests. This is incredibly important because it appears to me if you have 2,000 trees growing per acre, they're using a lot of water that could otherwise make its way into our system. So I'm hopeful that the agency will support our efforts on the biomass bill because I think it has a lot to do with additional water. With that, Madam Chair, I yield.